I'm so freaking pissed today because of sexism in the workplace. Literally every job I've worked at, I've had to deal with this shit. And so what happened was I asked someone for some information that someone else asked me for, right? So I asked, and the person responsible just gave me a non-answer. So then I asked again, and I tagged the person who asked me, so I'd be like, this is why I can't answer you, because the person holding the information won't tell me, right? And so a few days passed, and the person I tagged asked the same question, and then the person, the guy, they're both guys by the way, answered him. And, I know it's not a big deal, but, and like, oh, like you're taking it personally, but literally no. Okay, this happens everywhere. And I'm so sick of it because I show up just like everyone else. Okay? I work the same, if not more. I put in more effort, you know? Okay, that's not fair. Let's just say it's the same effort. Okay? But do you think it's fair that I have to deal with your attitude and, like, aren't we here to work and like help each other out? And I have such a pleasant attitude. I know it's not obvious right now, but because I was like pent up because I was being a good person, and that requires like sometimes during injustice you just have to deal with it. But I was like, I get so angry. I like see red, So this is going to be a tarot read for angry people. Why don't we use spirituality to deal with these problems? Because I'm like, how do I not be angry about this? I have to work like so much harder for like, it's just so unfair. It's just so unfair. People think they can just do anything. So let's see what it is. Ten of Swords, yeah, burnout. Yeah, I am sick of it, right? We're all sick of it. It's not fair. Three of Cups, celebration. The advice is to celebrate. Okay, let me just end speed. All right. Yes. This is what it feels like, for sure. Just like burnout. But it's kind of a beautiful card. I don't know if you can tell. I wonder if I can just zoom in on this thing instead of... Okay. Is that better? Can you see what... It's kind of beautiful because... And I'm just gonna like use this crystal here to point out like things I like. There's like the sunset or sunrise. I think it's a sunrise after you've been burnt out, and it kind of feels like there's another... Like there's something else to look forward to after being in this spot. I think this could mean a lot of things. I think it could mean celebrate harmony, like when it is working and it does feel good. If you celebrate that and just... Because sometimes when you ruin the vibe, you kind of know, right? When you do something wrong, you kind of know. So I think if you just focus on the positive, I think this is what it's saying, is advising, is if you focus on the positive and you bring positive vibes, people will associate you with that and put all the negative energy on this new person, new interaction. This happened actually twice today, but the other one I kind of gave them an out because I'm like, they're new. They don't know what's going on. So I was actually super nice to that person, and I didn't hold any anger at all. But I did hold anger because this other person has been there longer, right? And then I just don't understand why people feel the need to be so unhelpful. It's like, if it's your domain and people are asking you, why wouldn't you offer it because you're responsible for it? Anyway, I think Three of Cups is saying not just celebrating positive vibes, but also yourself and the people that you trust. But I also hate excluding people. Even if I don't have a good experience with them, I still want them to feel good and included. because that's the point, you know? That's the point of existence. The result is speed. This is like so dark, and these are so positive. Look at the background of this, so peaceful. It's a beautiful day. And this is like dusk. I'm also looking at the colors here. There's like boldness, there's sensitivity, and there's groundedness. And it's about remembering the balance among all three of these. This speed card, I'm trying to think. I just feel like this is positive news coming in. I mean, I guess I have a guidebook for this. Let's see. What is their interpretation? Air travel? Yeah, I felt air, like a bird, or even peace is coming in fast, but I'm like, it can't always mean peace, even though that I'm currently getting that. A quick turn of events, especially falling into a passion. There's no person on the card, symbolizing being lost in the moment and the rush of excitement. The guidance advises not to get carried away. Alternatively, the flying wands might represent traveling through air. Okay. A quick turn of events. Especially falling into a passion. Falling into a passion. My passion is not to be nice to people and including people. I think that is just background support. Quick turn of events, I like that. I would love there to be a quick turn of events. I think it's true. Once you're in the positive vibes, it's pretty easy to get lost into them. So I think that's the advice. You can focus on positivity, but also that doesn't mean distract or ignore injustice or your burnout. Sometimes when you have a lack of something, you want to appreciate having it more, like being sick. It makes you appreciate your health more. So it's times of injustice that I get so angry that is the perfect time to remember all the good things in life. You want to live in the good things, and when you live in the good things, you bring good things to other people. So if someone gives you shit, you can still give them gold, or at least bread. You know, gold, I'll save the gold for someone else, but you can have bread. Seems like it will change, though. Change your mindset, change the situation.